Okay, this is the matter of Calandra Ellis versus, is it Kevel or Cavell Ellis?
Cavell.
Cavell. Case number 23 PO 4540. A petition to extend the ex parte protective order. Ms. Garcia, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and proceed.
Could you raise your right hand so I can swear you in?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're going to provide is true and correct under penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Can you state your name? I want to make sure he hears you.
Calandra Ellis.
Okay. And you filed a petition for a temporary protective order, is that correct?
Yes.
And against whom?
Cavell, my husband.
Okay. And what was the event that occurred that led you to make the application?
The event that led to the application was an argument where my husband began to take furniture. So he ripped the mattress off of the bed. He started threatening to break televisions in the house. I was at work at the time. I work from home. So I grabbed my work equipment, called 911, and left the house. When the police came out,
If I could just stop you right there. You called the police. Who else did you call?
I also called my brother.
Okay. All right. And what did he do?
He met me. So I waited for the police to come and my brother met me.
Okay. And what did the police do?
They gave me the information for the Women's Resource Center so that I can file a TPO because I explained to them what had been going on in the home.
Mm-hmm. And what day of the week did this occur?
This was on Friday.
Okay. And then after the police left, what did you do?
I went and stayed with my siblings for the rest of the day.
Okay. And did you return to the house?
I did that night. Yeah.
Okay. And why did you do that?
My kids.
Okay. Can you tell me what kids you have there?
My son is 16 and my daughter is 5.
Okay. And your son is, who's the father of the son?
Cavell.
Okay. And then your daughter?
She has a different father.
Okay. So it's a stepdaughter. And also, did you find something at the house?
Well, yeah, when I came home, there was a deadbolt that was placed on the bedroom door downstairs where Cavell has been sleeping.
Okay. And anything else that you found there?
So he took the counter appliances out of the kitchen, some other appliances around the household, a speaker, some heaters, things were missing, and I assumed that they were in there with my mattress.
Okay. And do you guys use the same bedroom?
No.
Okay. What are the locations of the bedroom?
My bedroom is upstairs and the bedroom he sleeps is downstairs where he put the deadbolt on the
Okay.
door. And
And when you returned to the house, did you find anything else? Any kind of communication from Mr. Ellis?
he has a habit of leaving nasty notes to me as a part of the what he does to me. And there was a note on the floor that said, I contacted DeKalb County and they said you can get an annulment based on your mental state.
Okay.
So referring to me having mental issues, which is something that he does to me.
Okay. And at this point can I see petitioner's exhibit number 2?
Are you talking to me?
No.
You're speaking
Okay,
to
yes,
Ms.
yes.
Broom.
Hey, can you tell me what this is? This is petitioner's exhibit 1. What is that?
That's the mattress. So after he was served, the sheriff told me that I could take the bolt off of the door, that I was able to, and the furniture was in there. And that's the mattress that he took off of my bedroom, my bed upstairs.
Okay. And then also petitioner's exhibit 2. Okay. Can you identify this plaintiff's exhibit 2? 3, excuse me.
So those are the tables from the chairs from my dining room table, which he had turned over on his side, and the chairs are in there. Also air fryer, toaster oven, space heaters.
Mhm. Now, just to back up here, so you returned to the house after the police gave you the information, and then what did you do with respect to the information they gave you?
On Monday, because it was Friday. So on Monday, I called the Women's Resource Center. I spoke with the gentleman and he helped me file the TPO
Okay, and when were you issued the TPO?
on the 10th.
Okay, and then what occurred after that?
So on the 10th, I filed the TPO. Then Saturday night before Mother's Day, the 13th, I believe it was, Cavell didn't return to the house. And then he came back on the 14th in the evening around 10, 11 o'clock. So I wasn't sure whether or not they had given him the TPO because he didn't come back.
Mhm.
So I called the police at that
Okay,
time.
and what did he proceed to do?
He started banging on the door. He used a garage door opener he claimed he didn't have possession of to get into my garage. He started turning my breaker boxes in the garage. So he's turning the lights on and off in the garage, hitting my car, slamming my car doors open until my alarm is going off over and over. And this went on until the police arrived. So it took them maybe about 30 minutes to get there.
Okay, and can you, may I see petitioner's exhibit number 4, which is a video? 1 minute video. Okay, and just before you start, can you tell me what this exhibit is?
Yes, that's me taking a video of him banging on the doors. That's my front door. It's in front of me, and then to the left is my garage.
Okay, thank you. So if we could proceed with that. All right, and so you said that you called the police, and what happened when the police arrived?
They came and they contacted the sheriff, and the sheriff came out, and that's when he was served with the TPO.
Okay, now your relationship with Mr. Ellis, is there have been a history of family violence?
Yes.
Okay, can you just briefly give the court some idea of whether there have been other protective orders?
Yeah, I had a TPO back in 2012.
Mhm. Okay, and at that time, were you married to him?
Yes, we were
Okay.
married then.
And what happened subsequently?
Well, he refused to see my son unless I got the TPO dropped. So it was given for 12 months. And he told me that unless I got rid of it, he wouldn't see our son, who he was about 5 at the time.
Okay, and then what happened subsequently?
I did drop the order, file for divorce, and
Okay, and the divorce was finalized when?
2019.
Okay, and then thereafter, do you have any contact with Mr. Ellis?
Limited.
Okay, but
We started, and then we started seeing each other again at the end of 2021.
okay, and what occurred after that?
We ended up getting remarried last May,
Okay.
May 28th of 2022.
Okay, and what was can you just give me his behavior before and after the marriage,
Well,
that particular marriage?
yeah, before the marriage, it was a lot of, I'm different, we're not holding on to anything from the past. There seemed to be changes in the behavior, and then it seemed like after we got married, he just started with the mind games again, and just a lot of mental and emotional abuse.
Okay, and can you just give just a brief idea of some examples of that?
Yeah, so he berates me in front of my children. He calls me names, calls me a whore. He constantly is unfaithful blatantly in my face and laughs about it to me. He put me in such a state of anxiety and depression that I had to take off of work in December. And then I ended up going in the hospital in January, and I was in the hospital at Piedmont for about 7 days because
Okay.
of all the stress and the anxiety.
And why were you admitted? Did they have a diagnosis?
Yeah, severe depression and anxiety and suicidal ideations.
Okay. And then also, what other does he possess any firearms that concern you?
Yeah, so he has about 40 to 50 weapons, assault rifles. He has about 12 to 15 of those. He has handguns. Yeah, he has a lot of weapons, and it's concerning because
Okay, and where does he keep them?
prior to me going into the hospital, they were in a closet in our bathroom. He turned that into a closet where he kept his weapons. And when I came home from the hospital, all of the weapons were gone along with furniture from my house that I since had to replace.
Okay. Now, do you have any, what effect did this experience with your husband have on you?
I'm just in a constant state of fear. I
Mhm.
don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what type of head space he's going to push me into. There's just, he's ex-military. So, his thing is, the government trained me to do this. As long as I don't put my hands on you, nothing's going to happen to me. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Mhm.
You're the one who's crazy. It's a constant.
And are you concerned that this may escalate into physical?
Yeah, because it's escalated from where we were last year, May, up until, to this.
Okay. And I want to go over the relief that you're seeking from the court. You're seeking exclusive use and possession of your residence at 2040 Poplar Falls Avenue.
Yes.
So you have a automobile, Mercedes-Benz CLS 400, that's in your name.
Yes.
And our understanding is that the DVIP course will be mandated. Do you have any other concerns about him in terms of need of evaluation?
Yeah, definitely, because I know, there's something going on with him for him to continue to be abusive the way he is.
Okay, has he been using drugs?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me the instances that you have?
He smokes marijuana regularly.
Okay, but since when have you been aware of that?
The last time was maybe about a week before this last incident that led to this.
Okay, and is he using it for medicinal purposes?
No.
Okay, and where do you think he has the firearms? Do you have any clue?
I think that they're in U-Haul because he has a U-Haul storage where he took the furniture that he took out of the house when I was in the hospital.
Okay, so you're seeking for him to surrender those arms to the police?
Yes.
Okay. The restrictions are stay away from your work, house, and the children's school. Are you still seeking that relief in 100 yards distance? Now, who provides them health insurance?
Our health insurance is through the military, so he does.
Okay. Yes, and so you want him to maintain that health insurance for you? Okay. And in terms of the child support, we're not addressing this issue. And can you explain to the court about child support?
My son gets Social Security from his father.
Okay, so that is already
So
set up.
yes.
Okay, and are you seeking sole physical and legal custody of the two children?
Yes.
All right, your son now is how old?
16.
Okay, now do you want to allow for your son to visit his father?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any restrictions you want to put on that?
I just don't want to have any communication with him. So my sibling's house is a drop-off point where I can take my son there, he can pick my son up, and then I don't have to have any. Okay,
and also, are you seeking attorney's fees?
Yes.
Okay, how much does he earn, your husband?
I don't know how much he gets from his retirement. He's fully retired from the Air Force, but I know he gets about $4,200 in disability a month.
Okay, and that's not including the military?
The retirement, plus the dependent benefits that he gets from me and my son.
Okay, and who's been paying for the mortgage and bills of the house?
I have. He refuses to pay any bills.
When did he stop doing that?
March.
Okay. And Your Honor, I'd have to stand in my place regarding the amount we're seeking, which would be an estimate. Okay. Yes, my name is Teresa Garcia, and I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for more than 20 years here in the Atlanta metropolitan area. I charge $300 an hour, which is reasonable given the experience and the location of where I practice. We think that the amount that I'm thinking of is $17.50. That would include also the time we have here. And we would ask that that be paid by Mr. Ellis to my account so that I could distribute it to my client.
Okay, anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor. So you have to-
Mm. 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 Okay, Mr. Ellis?
Yeah.
You're on mute, sir.
Yes. Hello?
Yes, okay, yes, we can hear you.
Mhm.
Any testimony, sir?
Yes. Everything that was just stated is a lie. I've submitted evidence to the court via the email that was provided to me. She stated that I caused her the stress, for her to go into the mental state that she was in. That is incorrect. I did not know she was having mental issues before we met, before we got back together. I paid for her mental capacity when she went to the doctor. I've been paying my portion of the bills, which is I presented those as evidence as well. Every month she put a number of $1,500. I paid that. The last time she asked me to leave, which is the reason why I was in the room below. She had the youngest child, which was a baby girl, to sleep in the bed with us to keep me from sleeping in the bed. That's the only reason that I slept downstairs. Before that, we slept together in our bed. My son and or either of those.
Objection relevance.
You spoke of it. You spoke of the relevance of me.
Okay, hold on, Mr.
taking
Yeah,
bed.
Mr. Ellis, yeah, whenever there's an objection, then you need to be quiet until the court makes a ruling with regard to the objection.
Okay. All right.
So,
Mhm.
and what's the basis of the objection, counsel?
Irrelevance. These patterns or this behavior is not relevant to the issue before here, which is whether he's the events that she described on May 5th and May 13th and 14th are correct. That's the sole issue before here.
Okay, I'm going to overrule the objection. I'm going to allow you to go ahead and testify. Proceed.
Okay, thank you, sir. Again, the only reason that I moved from our bedroom was for that reason, and because she would wake up in the morning mad at me for, I have no idea. She would go in on me. So I chose to stay downstairs. She and I had an agreement that I would be leaving the house, which was no problem. That I stayed in that room and she stayed in the room above. On the time in question that she called the police, that morning, she called me on the phone and asked me about cutting the grass. I told her I had that taken care of. We were supposed to go on a date that night. I bought flowers to kick the date off. When I walked into the front door, as per the police report, all my things were thrown in the middle of the hallway. Hence me putting the deadbolt on the door. She told me to take all my things and get out of her house. That's been a common occurrence that she's told me on several occasions. For 3 days, we'd be good. We would make love and be cool in the fan. The next day, she'd wake up, cuss me out, tell me she wanted me out the house. That went on several occasions. As you've seen, when I knocked on our door, I had no idea I had been served a restraining order. She said she did it on the 5th And if she was in such fear of her life, I stayed in the house from the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. I left that Saturday morning, went to visit my mother on Mother's Day. I came back that night and was issued a restraining order. Yes, I knocked on the door. I checked the car to see if the key was in the car. Hence the reason the alarm went off. I rung the doorbell and knocked on the door. That's it, period. She tried to have me murdered by cops. She told the cops, because I could hear her screaming and yelling in there, telling the cops that I was outside banging on the door. I had a weapon, that I was threatening. The cops came, draw their weapons on me. I had my hands in the air. They took the weapons out of my waistband that I carry with me all the time. I am a gun collector. At no time have I ever had any problem with any gun, with any problem, with any assault, with anything. She used that same excuse the last time she got a PTO because the system works for her. When she goes and cries and says this, she also didn't say that she was arrested for that PTO because she abused me with a roller skate. She beat me with a roller skate. And during that time, my father was dying. He was dying on his deathbed. I asked, could I take my son, the same one she said I refused to see, which is a lie. Anybody can
Okay,
tell.
hold on. Yeah, Ms. Ellis. If you could bring it up to date as to what's been occurring here recently.
I'm just going on by what she just stated. On the TPO and the restraining order, her prior restraining order. She used those same wordings that I'm in the military. At no time ever have I ever put my hands on her, have I ever had a confrontation with her. She's the one that beats me up, tears my things up, cuts my clothes up. All my things are destroyed. The furniture she's speaking of, I had a gym in our garage, which I paid for, which I work out, that she destroyed. I submitted those evidence. She said I had a confrontation with her son, which is our oldest son. He's 24 years old. He was going to beat her up. He was the one calling her all them names, whores, I stepped in, told him to leave her alone. As per the police report, which I also submitted, that he attacked me, in which she requested the police that says that he was attacking her, and I stepped in to prevent that. That's the only confrontation I've ever had.
Okay, let me ask you this, sir. You indicated that the two of you have a son that's 24 years old. Is that correct?
Yes. He's my stepson. He's my stepson and her son by another guy, which I raised. Again, he was going to beat her up in her face. He is the reason why she went to the hospital. He is the reason why she was admitted for that week time frame. He was in our house during that time.
Wait a minute, is this something, when did this occur?
This all occurred during the time that she's claiming that I made her go to the hospital. Her son was the one who made her go to the hospital.
And when was that? You said what?
In January, when she went in the hospital and was admitted to the hospital.
January of this year.
Of this year, whenever, I'm not sure the dates, but her son was the reason why she had to go to the hospital, because her son disrespected her and treated her like she was anything but his mother. Again, I've submitted all this into evidence. He bit me on my arm 3 times. And that is submitted in evidence. She destroyed my things. And that day she called the police, said she had to leave. The only reason she did that, because I said, if you touch my things again, I will call the cops on you. So she stopped what she was doing and ran and called the cops on me before I called the cops on her. When the cops showed up, I showed them all my stuff in the middle of the floor, in the middle of the hallway, all that. She's taken my protein powders, which I work out supplements, and poured them all in a trash bag. Opened them up, poured them out, just to be spiteful, to be mean. She's only doing this because she wants to see other men, and I have no problem with that. She even told me this to my face. I am in her way. She wants to go be with other men. She wants to spend time on the beach somewhere. If it's with her husband, oh well. If it's not, oh well. She attacked me in every possible way she could. She has our Ring doorbell, our recording devices, recording me on every issue. I have to step out of the house just to talk on the telephone. I can't leave the house without being accused of sexual activities. Oh, you dating this. Oh, you doing that. You doing that. My ex, which she said I'm cheating with, hearing this proceeding, sent me a text message saying, hey.
Objection. Relevance.
You spoke of it.
Well, this is, you're getting ready to go into hearsay.
Mhm.
And so that's going to be objectionable hearsay.
Okay.
So
No, it's not hearsay. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm
it's
sorry, Your
hearsay.
Honor. If you say it's hearsay, it's hearsay. My
Thank you.
apologies.
Okay,
Look,
proceed.
Her
It's hearsay.
saying I
Okay.
cheated. Her saying I cheated. And the person whom I cheated with.
Objection again, relevance.
Yeah.
This is not a divorce case.
Yeah.
But
Where you're headed with this it doesn't really have anything to do with what we're discussing here
you're
today.
absolutely correct.
Okay,
in
then
any
let's
case-
move on. You're on mute again. Sir, you're on, okay. Now you're, I couldn't hear what you said the last couple of seconds. You were on mute.
I'm sorry. She asked me to move my things. The things that are in that room that she took pictures of and said I took, those are the things she asked me to move and to leave and to get out the house. The mattress, she has a mattress on her bed. Take your mattress. I'm not sleeping on that mattress. She told me as well, take the furniture, our old bedroom. I'm not sleeping on that because we had a polygamous relationship with another woman. She said, no, she's not sleeping on that anymore. Hence the U-Haul location. And again, I haven't threatened anyone with a gun. Her family, herself, my children, anyone. She's lying. Point blank, period.
Okay, any cross-examination, Ms. Garcia?
Right, yes, Your Honor. Mr. Ellis, did you say you keep these guns in a U-Haul? Storage?
No, I didn't say that. I said, hence you saying I keep them in a U-Haul. I do not keep them in a U-Haul. They've been turned over to the police. The police have my weapons that claim that I did anything violence toward her. Not one thing.
So you're saying that you don't have a collection of guns?
No, I didn't say that either. I said I am a gun collector. I collect weapons.
Okay.
Have more than one.
Right. And also, if you have, let me just rephrase that.
And I don't make that kind of money. She makes twice the money I make. I don't even know where she's talking about. Again, like I said, I presented all these things into evidence. So you can see for yourself, Your Honor, that I do pay my bills, that it comes straight to her account.
And no further questions.
Okay, sir, you say the police took all of your weapons?
Yes, the police made me, I had to come in and turn in my weapons. I had 3 on me at the time. They took them, and then they made me turn in the rest.
So you're saying all of your weapons are now with the police? Is that correct?
Some weapons I don't have access to because they're out of town. I took them out of town into the a safe out of town. I don't even have access to it.
Okay, so they didn't.
So
the police didn't take all of your weapons.
So all the weapons that I have access to, they have.
Okay. All right, sir. And you're indicating that she's not telling the truth about your income. What is your income?
Oh, she got the income right. I'm just saying I don't make as much as she's claiming. I make about $4,200. That's it. I give her money or whatever it is. I don't make that kind of money.
Okay, what you're saying is it's like contradictory. You're saying that she's not telling.
What I'm saying is she's trying to get me to pay for court costs and all. I did not do any of this kind of stuff, and I think that's unreasonable.
Okay, I didn't ask you anything about court costs. I was just asking you what your income was,
It's
because
40.
you indicated
She got it correct. 42. She's correct.
okay, and that's all I was asking.
Mhm.
You were saying she wasn't correct at one point.
No.
You said
No,
she
I'm
wasn't correct at one
I'm
point.
sorry.
Now you're saying she is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything further?
Did y'all get a chance to see the evidence that I submitted?
I have not reviewed the file at this point. I will review the file. This was your opportunity. It's when you were supposed to present your evidence. That's what the trial is about.
Say again?
The reason you're having this hearing is for you to present your evidence.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so.
And you're asking the court to go somewhere else to take a look at your evidence that you have already submitted.
I'm sorry, sir, but according to the paperwork, this is how they said I had to submit my evidence. I had to email it to the file number and submit it. That's how I was told to submit it, and that's how I submitted it.
Okay, is there anything as listed as exhibits with regard to
So any exhibits he sent in, it's still up to him to identify and ask for those things to be shown.
Well, can those things be shown? I didn't know.
You have to name specifically what they are, sir.
First of all, I would like for the bank statements to be shown.
How is it labeled, sir, that when you sent it in? How did you label it, please?
It should say bank statement on it. I'm not sure anything else. They should say bank statement.
Yeah, and if we received it, you would have got an email stating that your exhibit has been filed with the person name.
Okay.
Mr. Elliott, what is it you're asking for the court to do?
I would just want the restraining order removed so I can freely see my son and my son can freely see me. I don't wish to return to the residence, only to remove my things that I have left. And that's, I would like for her to file the annulment due to a court-ordered filing for that reason. Beyond anything else, I have no desire to be with her or be in that house, none at all. I just want my things. I want to move on with my life. I don't want anything from her.
Are you indicating that you would like to be allowed to return to the premises to remove your belongings? Is that what I heard you say?
Yes.
And you still have belongings there?
Yes. I was forced to move up out of there for I didn't know why, but again, like I said, the restraining order, according to the paperwork, was issued on the 8th, but issued to me on the 14th. So I don't know how you're afraid of your life if I'm in the house every day.
Never came back to get anything.
Okay. Is all of your property in one location within the house?
It's in that room where she showed the pictures, and I also have some things in the garage. That's it. I'm sorry, in the kitchen as well. Like I said, I would like the restraining order removed so I can get my things, and also so I can freely see my son at any time I feel like it. And he feels like he wants to see me, because again, I've never denied my son in any way. I don't know how she can fix her mouth to say that one. I really don't.
Said that either.
Okay, is there anything further, sir?
Oh, and my last name back. That's it.
Your last name, I'm sorry?
Yeah. That's it. My last name. I want my name back and a court-ordered filing for this annulment.
Oh, you're saying you want your last name back from her?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I really don't want anything to do with her. I don't know the person that she is that would sit there and make these kind of accusations. I really don't.
Is there anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, any rebuttal, Ms. Garcia, or any?
No. Mr. Ellis?
Yeah, were you saying something, Mr. Ellis? You're on mute. You're on mute.
I was saying, if you haven't looked at the evidence I presented, I wish that would be taken in consideration before you make any kind of decision. That's all I would say.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Garcia.
No rebuttal.
Okay. All right, well, the court's going to take this under advisement. And I will review the petition. Anything that's, as part of the petition, the court will review, but that would be the extent of it. And then any other evidence that's been submitted. Were you moving to have the court accept your exhibits, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
P2, 3, and 4.
All right. And those will be admitted. I will try to get a ruling out as quickly as possible. Oh boy. The temporary order is going to remain in effect until I actually issue the ruling itself. Okay, I want the parties to understand that. I do have an urgent matter that I have to address this weekend. I would hope to get this done before this weekend, but if not, then it would be the early part of next week. All right. That being said,